3I Atlas has amazed the world with its breathtaking photos. And the more we look at it, the more stranger it becomes. These are all real images, actual photographs of the interstellar comet known as 3I Atlas, taken by the world's most powerful telescopes and even by spacecraft orbiting another planet. Some of these pictures were snapped from deep in the deserts of Chile. Others come from the far side of the world in Hawaii, and a few were even caught from the cold surface of Mars itself. In this video, you'll get a front row seat as we reveal every single authentic image of 3I Atlas so far, how they were taken, who took them, and why they matter. Let's dive right in and witness the journey of a true cosmic traveler through the lens of humanity's best eyes on the universe. It all began on a quiet July night in 2025. The NASA-funded Atlas Survey Telescope, tucked away on a mountaintop in Rio Hurtado, Chile, was doing its nightly scan for anything out of the ordinary. Atlas is a robotic telescope built to look for potentially hazardous asteroids. But what it found that night was something nobody expected, a tiny, moving speck of light. To most people, the first images of 3I Atlas would look like little more than dots in a dark sky. But to astronomers, these discovery shots were jaw-dropping. Why? Because over several nights, the faint object was clearly moving, but not in a way that matched any ordinary comet or asteroid. Its path, brightness, and speed hinted that it wasn't just another rock orbiting our sun. Instead, it was coming from far beyond, an interstellar visitor. The first few images from the Atlas telescope may not look glamorous. There's no glowing tail, no dramatic close-up, just that distant spot. But these are some of the most important shots in the story, because this is where the journey began. These early frames confirmed, yes, something from another star system had arrived, and soon the race was on to photograph it in greater detail. Not long after the Atlas discovery, the European Southern Observatory swung into action. High in the Chilean Andes stands the Very Large Telescope, or VLT, a massive state-of-the-art observatory made up of 4 giant mirrors. In early July, astronomers turned VLT's FORS-2 instrument toward the newcomer. This is where the images start to become more than just dots. Using advanced techniques, VLT's close-ups stripped away the clutter of background stars, isolating the faint glow of 3I Atlas as it sped through space. The result? A sharper, cleaner look, a solitary spot surrounded by darkness. But for astronomers, these deep exposures told them a great deal. They could now measure how bright the comet was, how fast it was moving, and start to tease out details of its fuzzy coma, the cloud of gas and dust forming as it warmed up. While the public might not see a comet in the classic sense, for astronomers these VLT images were proof that the object was more than a speck. It was waking up, coming alive under the heat of the sun. As July 2025 continued, the news about 3I Atlas spread like wildfire. Observatories around the world wanted a piece of this interstellar action. On the slopes of Mauna Kea in Hawaii, the Gemini North Telescope aimed its 8-meter mirror at the comet. But this time, astronomers tried something different. They used the GMOSN spectrograph to capture the comet in red, green, and blue light. By blending these colors, they produced some of the first true color images of 3I Atlas's growing coma, the ghostly shroud of dust and gas around its core. In these photos, the comet suddenly seems to glow with a faint, almost otherworldly haze. You can't see a classic tail just yet, but there's a clear sense that something is happening. The colors reveal the different types of materials the comet is shedding as it moves through sunlight, giving scientists their first clues about its chemical makeup. It's still small, still faint, but now, at last, you can begin to see the interstellar comet taking on a personality of its own. July 21, 2025 marked a turning point. The legendary Hubble Space Telescope locked its powerful gaze on 3I Atlas from high above Earth's atmosphere. What came back is perhaps the most iconic image of this entire journey, a breathtaking view that made headlines around the world. In the Hubble photo, 3I Atlas is more than a dot. You see a bright, teardrop-shaped blue cocoon, a thick shroud of dust and vapor blown off the icy nucleus. Hubble's camera can pick up this delicate, glowing atmosphere, making it look almost like a cosmic lantern against the velvet black of space. For many people, this is the photo that made 3I Atlas real. It's no longer just a discovery on a chart or a scientific curiosity. It's a physical object with structure and beauty, hurtling through the solar system, a true messenger from the stars. Astronomers use images like this to measure the size of the dust cloud, the brightness of the nucleus, and even how sunlight is affecting the comet as it races through the inner solar system. As the summer of 2025 rolled on, NASA's brand new Sphere-X spacecraft joined the chase. Unlike ground-based telescopes, Sphere-X is a space observatory designed to look at the universe in infrared light, a wavelength invisible to our eyes. Between August 7th and 15th, Sphere-X focused on 3I Atlas and spotted something no regular camera could see: strong signals of carbon dioxide in the comet's coma and frozen water in its heart. These images, while not colorful photographs, are maps that show where these chemicals are located. It's like looking at the comet with chemical night vision goggles. At almost the same time, the mighty James Webb Space Telescope turned its giant gold mirror to the interstellar visitor. JWST's infrared images are a scientific goldmine, revealing a whole shopping list of ingredients: carbon dioxide, water ice, water vapor, carbon monoxide, carbonyl sulfide, and more. While these aren't the type of images you'd hang on your wall, they are real direct snapshots of what 3I Atlas is made of. With each passing week, 3I Atlas was changing. By late August, the Gemini South Telescope in Chile caught new images that stunned scientists. Using advanced red, green, and blue filters, Gemini South captured the comet as its tail began to stretch and grow. These photos finally showed what people think of when they imagine a comet: a bright head with a colorful, streaming tail, sweeping across the night sky. Astronomers processed the images to remove the background stars, making the comet stand out in glorious detail. The tail glows in shifting shades, sometimes bluish, sometimes golden, depending on what materials are boiling off as the comet heats up. Then, just as the world thought it had seen everything, something historic happened. On October 3, 2025, the European Space Agency's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter, circling high above the red planet, pointed its cameras toward the night sky over Mars. For the first time in history, a planetary orbiter on another planet captured a photo of an interstellar comet as it passed nearby. The image is subtle, showing a tiny streak against the Martian starscape. But make no mistake, this is a milestone. This single picture means humanity is now watching cosmic visitors, not just from Earth, but from across the solar system. It's like Mars itself has joined the team, keeping the lookout for travelers from the stars. In early October 2025, social media and news sites exploded with a photo from NASA's Perseverance rover. The image showed a bright streak in the Martian sky. Was it the comet? Experts are divided. Some say the timing and direction matched 3I Atlas almost perfectly, making this the first ever ground-level photo of an interstellar object from another world. Others say it's probably just an artifact of how the image was taken, a combination of long exposure and stacking several pictures together, which can create bright lines from ordinary stars or even cosmic rays. For now, this image remains controversial. It may one day be proven as real, or perhaps it will be ruled out as an accident of technology. But what's certain is that even this blurry, disputed streak is part of the story. It shows just how excited and determined people are to capture every possible glimpse of this visitor from the stars. What's next for 3I Atlas? Nobody can say for sure, but if another interstellar visitor ever graces our skies, you can bet the world's cameras will be waiting, ready to snap the next page in the story of the universe. If you found this journey as mind-blowing as we did, hit that subscribe button, share your favorite image in the comments, and keep looking up. You never know what you might see. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.